I decided that I was gonna stay there because my initial plan was to just dip, but I decided to stay. I decided to stay there because I knew for a fact she couldn't cover the rent.
And also, let me put this out there. She was not my friend. I knew of her because anyone that used to follow me knows that I used to customize things. I used to customize shoes, clothes, things like
I feel like a sucker even doing all this shit, but whatever. So like I said, she did some bullshit in August. Told her she had to go. The kids, I kept the kids though. I kept the kids because I knew she wasn't stable and all of that type of shit. So, what's going on, people? Welcome to Liz and Lashes. I'm your boy Clips the General.
And I'm Vonna B, the great.
The goofy shit I gotta deal with.
You
But
love me,
anyway, welcome to the show. We put this together just to pretty much try to combat some of the nonsense of content that's going around. It seems like everything is like wild toxic nowadays. Motherfuckers just talking about mad nonsense. So if that's what you're looking for, yeah, this ain't that. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't this ain't that. If that's what you're looking for, this ain't that. But how you feeling?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I mean, it's another day. Ain't really too much going on. But I'ma just get right into it. So for this episode, this first episode, this pilot, I want to go into sort of our backstory, how we met, all of that
Good stuff.
ooey gooey shit that y'all love so fucking much. Nosy asses. But all right, so, and I'm also gonna address a lot of the bullshit that was going on around that time. You know what I'm saying, with my kid's mother dying and how everybody swore up and down they knew
The story
of my marriage and what happened in my marriage. And apparently, the rumor was she was the side John, and like it's a bunch of fucking nonsense. So let's get into it. So let's rewind back to 2019. December 2019, I filed for divorce. Me and my kid's mother, we got into a little, confrontation. I was completely fed up, and I'm like, you know what? I think this is it. I think this shit has run its course. It's 100% toxic at this point. It's like, contrary to what people saw, because I'm a very private person. What happens inside of my household kind of like it is dealt with inside of my household. I'm not the put it on Front Street type. Every time we got an issue, I'm going to social media. That's just not what I do. So I filed for divorce 2019. We separated. Now, while being separated, we were still living under the same roof at that point in time, but we were sleeping in separate rooms. She was sleeping in one room. I was sleeping in another room. For like, I say that was for about 6 months, maybe 7 months, something like that. Around August 2020, we had gotten. Well, no, let me slow down. I decided that I was going to stay there because my initial plan was to just dip. But I decided to stay. I decided to stay there because I knew for a fact she couldn't cover the rent. She didn't have a job. I took care of everything. So I said, you know what? I'm going to just stay here, cover the rent, yada, yada, yada. But then she did some bullshit in August 2020 where I told her she had to go. She did some bullshit. I'm not gonna say what the bullshit is. Those that have been around me and those that know me and know the situation, niggas know what happened. She did some bullshit, and that was the last straw. I told her she had to go.
Now let me just chime in real quick.
Go ahead.
2019, I wasn't even living in New Jersey. I was living in South Carolina. Me and him was not in contact or anything, for the record. Vonna was not in New Jersey. Vonna had nothing to do with what they had going on, just so we could be clear. But you can continue.
And it's I feel like a sucker even doing all this shit, but whatever. So like I said, she did some bullshit in August. Told her she had to go. The kids, I kept the kids though. I kept the kids because I knew she wasn't stable and all of that type of shit. So the kids was with me. So that was August. That was August 2020. Mind you, by September 2020, she had a boyfriend. She already moved on to another relationship.
2020 or 2019?
2020.
August 2020?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I put her out August 2020. I told her she had to go because of the bullshit she did. And as a man, there's just certain shit fuck it. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. I was upstairs. Me and the kids was upstairs chilling because it was her birthday. And she was on the first floor because she was cool with the people on the first floor or whatever. They had like a little get together for her and whatnot. I'm upstairs with the kids. I'm chilling, thinking nothing of it. So the kids went to sleep. It's probably maybe 1:30 in the morning. I was drinking, so I got hungry. I'm like, let me run the checkers real quick.
Grab something
to eat. I go downstairs. She's on the porch hugged up with another nigga in the tub. Some shit I just can't. As a man, it's just some shit that we ain't doing. Granted, were we separated? Absolutely. Did I give a fuck that she was dealing with somebody else? Fuck no. But you will never bring another man to the house where I pay for you to live. And no, we ain't doing that. So I told her she had to go. Just that simple. I told her she had to go. She ended up leaving. She went to her father's house. She was staying at her father's house or whatever. I had the kids. Turns out, like I said, September, I found out that was her boyfriend. Because she tried to deny it that night. Like, I just met him. I don't know this nigga, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Turns out that was her fucking boyfriend. So this is September. Like I said, this is September 2020. I didn't start talking to her until December of 2020. Because I saw her. She was talking to my sister, Reef. Rest in peace, Princess. I was at my mother's house. I was sitting on a porch in front of my mother's house. And she was riding down the street. And she saw my sister. And she stopped to talk to my sister. They was talking for a little minute. And then her Facebook page had popped up on the people you may know later on that night. So I sent her a friend request, whatever. But I ain't never, we ain't talking nothing. I just sent her a friend request because I knew her from school 12.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The first time I even reached out and said something to her was December 27th of 2020.
And that's when I came back to New Jersey from South Carolina. Exactly. I came back in December.
So all of these bullshit ass rumors of she was the side piece that I was dealing with and all of this other bullshit. And I already know the narrative was painted that I just decided to fucking put her out on her ass because I was just an evil bastard. No, absolutely not. I filed for divorce in 2019. I didn't tell her she had to go until August of 2020 because she did that bullshit and brought another man to my fucking front door, which I will never tolerate. I don't give a fuck what the situation is. Disrespect with me is not tolerated on any level. Ever.
And also, let me put this out there. She was not my friend. I knew of her because anyone that used to follow me knows that I used to customize things. I used to customize shoes, clothes, things like that. She contacted me via Messenger, asked me about making, customizing a shirt for her husband at the time, and we talked about that. She tried to befriend me with certain things, but for some reason, it's just I wasn't gravitating to her naturally. And then we realized that we both had MS. We talked about that. She complimented how I dressed my daughter, was saying that she had a baby on the way and she needed help with certain things or whatever. When I used to do my show, when I was interviewing people, she called me when she was in the hospital. And she was like, I'm in the hospital now. You could come and do an interview. I went to the hospital and I interviewed her. So just to clarify everything, me and her were not friends, but I was doing my show. She was on my show, and I did do the interview. So when the interviews were popping up or pictures from the interview popped up, that had to do with my show, because I know everybody put everything together to make it look a certain type of way to where it makes me look bad, but that wasn't the case. Me and her never was in the same state at the same time from when she first reached out to me when I was doing my show and when she was talking about, the kids and things like that. She even invited me to her son party, and I never went to the party. Like I said, I didn't have a problem with her. I just, at that time, I wasn't gravitating. And this was 2016, 2017, around that time when I was living in New Jersey. No, 2015, when I was living in New Jersey.
And I wasn't even in the state. I was in fucking Georgia.
In the military.
I was in the Army.
Still.
I was in the Army
right.
at the time. I wasn't even in the fucking state. I was in Georgia. So this whole nonsense narrative that people drew up of, I'm
it's
like,
crazy.
I'm this devil. And truth be told, there's a lot more I could say. But that's just not my character. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just not me. You feel what I'm saying? There's a lot of shit I could say, but I will never say. For one, because I don't give a fuck enough. You know what I'm saying? And I know for a fact, if this shit gains traction and we get to a certain level, I already know something else is gonna come out of the woodworks that I'm never gonna address. And you know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? There's a lot of things I just don't give a fuck about addressing. Because at the end of the day, I look at it like this. I guarantee you, even with all of that shit I just said, somebody out there is not going to give a fuck about nothing I just said because their mind is already made up.
Right.
Which I don't give a fuck.
Right.
I wasn't even going to do this shit. Me personally. I wasn't even going to do this shit. But she was like, yo, we should just get it out the way because we know people going to ask, so just get it out the way. I wasn't going to address it. As you can see, it's been 4 years. I ain't never said shit about it. She been gone 4 years. I ain't said shit about it, ever. Because I don't give a fuck. I really don't. I don't care. I've said this damn near my entire life. I give zero, and I mean zero fucks about what anybody thinks of me. Your opinion about who I am, it holds no weight to me whatsoever.
Right.
Because deep down in my heart, I know who I am. I know what wrongs I've done. I know what right I've done. And I'm cool. I'm cool with that. I can sleep very well at night when I do go to sleep. I can sleep well at night. I don't care enough. Right. I'm only addressing this shit because she said we should just address it one time, get it out the way, and I'm never going to speak on it again.
Right, and just leave it alone. Because at the end of the day, it's always something with people. That's just how people are. It's like we could come up here, talk about some things, and it's just like, oh, they just really living their life as if X, Y, and Z ain't happening. So you know what? We just going to put it on the forefront. Like, we're going to talk about it, and we're going to move on.
But first of all, what the fuck else am I supposed to do?
Right. But you know, it's people that's stuck in that place when everything happened, and that
ain't my business. That ain't my business. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to be balled up in a corner somewhere crying for the rest of my life? Fuck no. First and foremost, I got babies to raise. That's first and foremost. Second of all, that's just not me. And on top of that, the way that relationship ended, granted, I never wanted the outcome that I got, ever. That was never out. Because first and foremost, that's taken away from my babies.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? So that's an outcome I never wanted, ever. But and the wild shit is, I found out a lot of things came to light after she passed. A lot of shit came to light. A lot of things was brought to my attention that I had no clue about. A lot of things was brought to my attention that was said about me. A lot of things was brought to my attention that she was saying about me to certain people, thinking it would never get back to me. And honestly, that shit put me in a space where it fucked me up, because, which is why I made the video I made the other day where I said, you're going to have, sometimes in life, you are going to have a lot of questions that you will never get the answers to, and you are going to have to find a way to accept the fact that you will never have the answers to these questions.
Right. Right.
I got 1,000,001 questions
that you'll never get
that I will never get the answers to, because the only person that has the answers to these questions is no longer here.
Right.
I done made the mistake of going through her phone when they gave me her phone at the hospital. Saw a lot of bullshit I never wanted to see. You dig what I'm saying? I'm seeing pictures of men in my house sitting on my fucking couch. But I'm supposed to be cool with all this. I'm supposed to let all this, you know what I'm saying? I'm supposed to just
But it's things that
bask
people
in
don't
all
know.
this.
Right. Right.
But this is what I'm saying. Like, there's so much shit the world don't know, but it's like, for some reason, y'all love to fucking try to push this narrative of I'm like the devil or something. Nah, fam. I was a motherfucker that was fed up and I walked away. Simple. It's just that simple. It is just that fucking simple.
And everybody got their breaking point.
I dealt with bullshit. If I had to put a number on it, my marriage should have ended probably 7 years before it ended. And that's me being realistic. That's me being honest with myself. But I said, nah, I'm a try to salvage this shit on the strength of, we got these babies. And these babies, the only lifestyle that they know of is mom and dad under one roof. It's been like that since the day both of them were born.
Right.
And I already had a child living outside of the home in with, you know what I'm saying, with his moms, because I had a son before I met her. You feel what I'm saying? So I was holding on to that, like, nah, I want them to grow up the way I grew up, because I grew up with both of my parents in the household.
Right, right.
So I held on as long as I could. But man, oh fucking man, it's only so much a nigga could take. And that's just what it is. That's just what it is. I decided this shit was over. I decided to file for divorce. And the chips fell where they fell. And that's just what it is. Now that will be my first and last time discussing anything that has to do with that situation. At the end of the day, believe what you want to believe. Me personally, I don't give a damn.
It is what it is. And also, for the record too, let me just end it with this. For anybody that said that their relationship ended had anything to do with me, that was not the case.
Fuck no. Like I said.
And then, hold up, not even that. For anybody that said I was just with him because of life insurance policy, it's just stop running your mouth about things you don't know. Anybody that really knows me know that never been my MO to use anybody for no money.
Oh yeah, and for the person that put that narrative out there, that she was with me because I was about to get a crazy check from the life insurance policy, which I don't know is, see, for the stupid fucks that swear they know everything, I took her off of my life insurance policy when she brought that nigga to my house. So she didn't have any life insurance when she passed. Stupid.
That's a congratulations.
Stupid.
You played yourself. So
I had to drain my entire savings account to pay for the funeral, and I was still short $4,000. Stupid.
But that's what people do. They talk about things they don't know. They make up these rumors, and then people run with it because they have nothing else to compare it to.
Just be saying shit.
So I just want to clear the air with that because we're not gonna put my name on anything with breaking up a home. I know I done played Delilah in the past, but she was just a character. I did not have nothing to do with breaking up a home. I didn't have me being with him was something genuine. It didn't have nothing to do with no money, no life insurance policy. Like I said, anybody that knows me know Vonna always work one job, more than one job, and that's just what I do. I grind and I work.
Like I said, she didn't have any fucking insurance because when she brought that nigga to my house, all bets was off with me. I took her name off every fucking thing. When I say every fucking thing, I took her name off every fucking thing. Everything. So all of these narratives of, oh yeah, because whoever said it, yes, it got back to me. It got back to me. Oh, he only with her. She only with him because, you know what I mean, she know he about to get a bag. Nigga, what bag? She didn't have no fucking life insurance because I took her off the shit.
And that's the last thing I would be even thinking about, because once we started dealing with each other and then once we made it official, first of all, nobody knew that situation was going to happen to her. So when you talking about a bag, it was feelings and everything that was already there before the situation happened. So to think that I'm with a person because, it wasn't a situation to where it happened and then we got together and then it was just kind of like, oh, he gonna get some money, so let me just solidify this. And we was
already 2 months in, like on some like talking to each other on a day-to-day basis, getting to know each other. We was already 2 months in. And the crazy shit is, this is another part stupid fucking people don't even know is, like I said, she had a boyfriend before she passed. Me and her made our relationship official 3 days before she died.
That's what people don't know. We made it official February 20th. She passed the 23rd.
February 23rd. Stupid.
But that's the stuff people don't know.
And which is why when we first like came out publicly as a couple, I put that picture up. There's a picture that I put up of us two at the bowling alley.
January 3rd.
With the date on it. The shit was from January 3rd. So to think I just miraculously popped up with this woman after she passed away don't even make sense. And I wasn't even my whole thing with posting on social media and all of that. I don't do that shit now. I don't do that. That's not my thing. It's never been my thing. You can go back as far as you want in my social. I didn't even post her like. I don't do that. I don't. That's not my thing. You feel what I'm saying? So people just coming up with these little bogus ass narratives and just be saying words. You feel what I'm saying? So there you have it. That is the story that for some reason people wanted to know so goddamn bad, because it's been 4 years and I still be getting, you know what I'm saying, little stray bullets from here and there, but I don't give a shit. I don't care. You can say whatever you like about me. I do not care. I don't. I do not care, because at the end of the day, I sleep well at night. I sleep well at night because at the end of the day, like I said, as a man, anything I've done in my lifetime, good, bad, or indifferent, I will stand on that shit 100%. It's just what it is. No matter what I've done. Good, bad,
right,
not so good, I don't care. If I did it in that moment, I felt in that moment that was the right thing to do. Fuck it. It is what it is. Now, that would be the last time I will ever address this situation. That would be the last time I will ever speak on this situation. You will never hear about this situation from me ever again. Ever. There you have it.